is a performance tonight at 8:10, right here on Facebook Live or on Zoom. We're just setting some tech stuff up for the show. And are we recording?
We are recording.
And we're on Facebook Live.
And we're on Facebook Live.
And my sound is good?
Sounds good.
And my image is good?
Your image is good.
Thank you. Christine, all checks out?
Yep.
Okay, great. So I'll check in with Joe and Christine, you should check in with us it'll be like 5 to 8 o'clock, thereabouts.
Okay.
And then we start 8:10.
Okie doke.
Okay, thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Joe. It's John just checking in.
Okay. I can hear you and see you.
Okay, good. Let me
Me
just
too.
do a quick sound. Here we go. Test, test. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. And we will begin shortly. Thanks for being here. Yay. Okay. And thank you. Yay. Hello, my name is Jethro, and I am climbing up Everest. Woo! I am on the Kangshung face of Everest. Woo! I'm on a head wall. Woo! I'm coming up from Tibet, from Chinese occupied Tibet. Oh, God. I am climbing up on November 24th, 2020, and I am taking a socially distancing climb. I am doing it solo, never been done before on this side. In the winter, never been done before on this side, and without oxygen. I am ascending Everest. I'm coming from the China side because there's something I want to do. There's something I want to do when I get to the top. I want to do it so bad. It is something I have dreamed about. And now I am ascending the highest spot on the planet. It doesn't get any higher. And nobody comes up the Kangshung face. Nobody, all those people you hear about, Nepal, they're all coming from Nepal, from the south. I'm coming from the north, up the toughest spot. I am on an unnamed buttress. And if I get to the top, I will be able to name this buttress. That's what you get to do. Okay, so I need to get to the top of this head wall. So I'm going to use a heel kick to get up. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to hoist myself up. Okay, and the next thing I've got to surmount is the Scottish Gully. The Scottish Gully. I am headed for the Scottish Gully. The Scottish Gully. I'm on it. It's a 45-degree angle that leads up Everest. I am on the Scottish Gully. To my right is the American buttress. It's called that because the Americans were the first to surmount it in 1983. They tried in 1981, but they failed. But they did it in 1983, so they got to name it. They got to name it. Woo! And if I get to the top of my buttress, I'll be able to name it. And I want to do so much on this mountain. I am so excited. I've got heavy wind behind me. It's -9 degrees Celsius. That's 15 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's behind me, so it's kind of pushing me up. Yeah! Okay. Okay, I've reached the top. And, oh God, I'm on the traverse. Much easier going on the traverse, but colder because I'm not working as hard. Fortunately, I'm acclimated. I've been yo-yoing up and down Everest for 6 weeks now. I've been up the mountain 3 times. I've been all the way up to the death zone, but not into the death zone, to acclimate myself so I could do it without oxygen. On my right, as I said, is the American buttress. And my buttress, I get to name if I make it. It's unnamed now. Woo! Okay. So here's my next big obstacle. Yes, right in front of me is a gigantic wall of ice. The ice wall! Oh, no. The ice wall! I'm now going up the ice wall. Here I go. I'm now surmounting the ice wall. Now, this is just a pillar of ice. I mean, if this thing breaks, I go down with it. I'm up 40 stories on this thing. It is amazing. It is phenomenal. It is like, wow. It's November 24th, 2020. I'm going to be at the top of Mount Everest for Thanksgiving. Woo! Now, if I spend too much time here, it's going to crack. It will crack and collapse under me. But there's some things I know you're wondering. Why Everest? Why Everest? Okay. Why Everest? Why am I climbing up Mount Everest? Well, I'll tell you why. Because as Hillary said, as Hillary so famously said, it's there. It's 8,800 meters tall. It's almost 30,000 feet. It's the tallest spot on the planet. It is way up there. The Tibetans call it the goddess of the world. The people in Nepal call it the goddess of the sky. It is the most holy mountain on earth, and that's why I want to surmount it. But why from the Kungchung side? That is the toughest side to ascend. Why did I choose the toughest side to come up? Well, because if you come up from Nepal, it's not a climb like this, it's a hike. And it's gotten so popular that 11 people died last year trying to summit. 11 people in 2018. There are bodies all over the south side. Hundreds of them, bodies of dead people who tried to summit. Why so many bodies? Because of overcrowding. There are too many people trying to summit from the Nepal side. Because it's a hike, it's not a climb, it's a hike. And the perception is that anybody can do it. You see, the problem is that in the 1980s, a man named David Brashears took a 55-year-old man from Texas up there, and he was in okay shape, but he was in great shape. But once he did it, everybody wanted to summit, everybody, even though they had no experience. And now there's crowding. There are adventure groups that will bring you up here, adventure guides. They will bring you up here for almost nothing, for $40,000. And a lot of the people on those climbs don't have any experience. And if you don't have any experience, you are putting everybody on your guided climb in danger. You are putting them in danger because everybody climbs at the competency of the least skilled climber. And if you are unskilled, you will move slow up the mountain. And once you're in the death zone, the clock is ticking. That's why people die, because they spend too much time. They spend too much time on Everest, and so people die. So why does the Nepal government give so many permits? Because they make millions off of it. They make millions. And they send all kinds of people up there who shouldn't be up on that mountain. And so there are 300 bodies that they can't get down of people who rose up at the top of the mountain. It is incredible. And so I'm coming up from the China side because there's something I want to do. There's something I want to do that's specific to China and specific to me. And it's got to be up this way. And then I get to name that buttress. I can feel cracking. Feel cracking. I feel cracking on my... The ice wall I'm on just collapsed. I was almost on it. I was able to move over this one. Oh my God. Whoa! Whoa! I survived an ice wall. I survived a collapse of an ice wall that I was on. Whoa! I looked to the side and I survived. Whoa! I'm not gonna crevasse. I'm headed for the crevasse. I'm trudging through deep snow towards the crevasse. I'm approaching the crevasse. The crevasse I have to get across. It's huge, it's deep. I'm still on my unnamed buttress. Just to the side of me is the American buttress. The buttress named after the Americans who were the first ones to climb it. And in between the two of us is an outrageous avalanche alley. The avalanches come pouring down that alley, especially in winter, like right now, November. If you get hit by an avalanche, you are killed. The ice blocks can be as big as a house, as a bus, a double-decker bus, and they will crush you. And even if you survive, if by some miracle you survive, you will be washed down and buried in ice. And even if you survive that, you won't know how to get up because you become so disoriented you don't know whether to crawl up or down, and you will suffocate. So I'm moving forward. Oh, it's heavy snow. It's incredibly heavy. The air is getting very thin. The snow's incredibly heavy. And the buttress next to me is the American buttress. And I'm choking. Fine. Yes, fine. I'm reaching the top of the buttress. I'm surrounded by the most gorgeous seracs. Oh, look at them. They're gorgeous. These huge mountains of ice. They're incredible. I love them, my seracs. So, what are the dangers of climbing on Everest? Well, obviously, hypoxia, HAS, high altitude sickness. You basically suffocate. The air is becoming thinner and thinner, and as it becomes thinner, if you're not on oxygen or acclimated, as I hope I am, you will just basically suffocate. You'll get either HAPE, high altitude pulmonary edema. That's pulmonary problems, your lungs. There's not enough oxygen in your lungs, you suffocate. Or HACE, high altitude cerebral edema. That's where no oxygen or not enough of it's getting to your brain. And you just go crazy. You get dizzy and hazy and you go crazy because there's no oxygen in your brain, and you do stupid things. And you take off your gloves, you take off your clothing, and you freeze to death. You die from hypothermia. Frostbite, you just freeze and become a huge popsicle. And you die. Hypothermia. And of course, the higher you get, the less oxygen. And the biggest risk, of course, is in the death zone. At 25,000 feet, we will be in the death zone. And the death zone, your body just starts to die. And you can eat, but your body won't digest it. And you can't hydrate properly, and you can barely breathe, especially if you're on no oxygen like me. And you will just die. Now, I have to, I'm still in the crevasse. I am still in the crevasse. I am approaching the crevasse. Oh, I'm approaching the crevasse. Yes. Oh, so I want to be spotlighted. I'm approaching the crevasse, this, and here I am in the crevasse now. The crevasse is 100 feet deep, and if I fall into the crevasse, I might not die. I probably will. I might not die, but I will break something going down, and then I will not be able to climb out. I know how talented I am, so I will die. So I've been yo-yoing up and down the mountain, and I came up here a few weeks ago, and I went down in the crevasse. I climbed out the other side of it, and I laid out a Tyrolean. It's called a Tyrolean. It's that's different from a Brazilian. It's nothing like a Brazilian. A Tyrolean is a special rope across the crevasse that will get me across the crevasse. So here we go, across my Tyrolean. Okay, so I'm on my Tyrolean and I'm crossing the crevasse. I'm getting across, and I'm approaching on the other side. I'm approaching the death zone. When I get across, I will actually approaching the death zone on the ascent to the death zone. And I'm on another 45-degree ascent up the death zone. I'm ascending to death zone. I'm ascending to the death zone. I'm on a 45-degree rise, still ascending. And it's almost a complete whiteout. I can barely see. I'm trudging through very thick snow. And right in front of me, I know it's the death zone. It's the difference between life and death. I'm gonna take one night. I'm just gonna take one night and see if I can sleep here before the death zone. Or I can still eat. Or I can still hydrate. I'm gonna get in my tent down here. Okay. I'm in my tent. Oh my God. The wind is incredible. It'll be up to 100 miles an hour in the death zone. It's only at 70 now. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna see if I can hydrate. I'm exhausted. I'm much tighter than I thought I'd ever be doing this. I thought I knew from acclimating myself what the risks were. I thought I knew, but I had no idea. So let's see if I can hydrate. I didn't realize. I begin to think. Let me get a sip. A sip will tell me a lot. This will be the last opportunity I get to hydrate properly. Death zone, you can drink for heat, but basically, as I said, you're dying. You are dying. Oh, God. Okay, folks. As you know, this is not Everest. And I'm not in my tent just below the death zone on Mount Everest at the top of the Kangshung face on the unnamed buttress. I'm in my apartment. I'm in my apartment in San Francisco. See? There, you can see it, right? On Everest. So why am I doing this? Why this fantasy? I decided I needed to conquer something. I needed to, I don't know, top something. When shelter in place hit, COVID-19, I worked for a week and then I lost my job. I had a great job. I was a casting director. And I cast for television and commercials and I acted myself. It was great. I loved it. And there's nothing going on in the entertainment industry right now. There's nothing going on. So I lost my job and I couldn't pay rent. And I told my landlord that I was going to be able to pay rent. And he was pissed, but the governor said he couldn't evict me, so he couldn't, so he's still pissed. And I don't know, when COVID-19 lifts, if it ever does, what am I going to do? I'm going to owe all this back rent. I won't have a job. I won't be able to stay in this apartment. The apartment's illegal to begin with. It's a storefront. I'm living in a storefront. It was illegal before COVID-19. And now I owe the landlord all this rent. And I'm going to have no job. So I'm going to be homeless. I'm just going to be homeless. And I don't have someplace to go to. I'm Jethro, but I'm not Jethro from someplace I can go home to. I'm from Palo Alto. What am I going to do? Go to Palo Alto to live? It's more expensive than here. And in July, my boyfriend dumped me. We had been together for 8 years, and he dumped me on the phone. And I said, "Why now? Why in the middle of COVID-19?" And he said, "Well, I wanted to do it in December, but I couldn't. And I knew why I couldn't in December, because in December my mother died. And I love my mother. And he didn't want to do it then, and then he kept putting it off, and then COVID-19 started. And I asked, I said, why? I love you. I adore you. And he said he didn't love me anymore. So, I'm about to lose my apartment in the Castro. I don't have a job. My boyfriend, who I thought I was going to grow old with, it's gone. He dumped me. And I lost my mommy, who I adored. And I feel like I'm not even a gay man anymore. I mean, I'm not a gay man. I don't have my apartment in the Castro. I'm no longer working in the entertainment industry. I don't have a boyfriend, and my mom is gone. What makes me gay? I'm going to stop being gay. How am I gay? I'm gay in my head. That's it. So I came up with this because I thought if I just got up to the top of Everest, if I could just conquer Everest, give myself something to do in my apartment where I'm sheltering in place, something I could do on my own, if I could just do the research and put together a costume and conquer Everest, I'd have something else to think about for the amount of time it took me to conquer Everest. Okay. All right. You know what? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I have friends helping me do this. I am not alone. My friends Christine and Joe are helping me do this. So the three of us, are going to conquer Everest. We are going to do it. Thanks, Christine and Joe. Thanks. I love you. I love you guys. And we are going to do it. We are going to conquer Everest. We are going to do it. Yes. We are going to do it. Today, we are going to conquer Everest. We set out to do that. And I have something I want to do at the top. I have something I want to do, and I want to get to the top so I can name that buttress. And I have a name for it. When I get to the top, I'm going to do something magical. So I am going to get back into my backpack. I'm going to get back up. And I'm going to get back up onto that mountain. And we are going to conquer the Kong Shung face of Mount Everest. We are going to conquer it. Yes, we are. We are going to conquer it. We are going to conquer it. And this morning, I am entering the death zone. Here I go into the death zone. I am entering the death zone. I'm coming. I'm entering the death zone. I'm climbing up. It's another 45-degree incline. I'm making it. I'm making it. I'm making it. I've made it. I'm now on the death zone. I made it. this side too, right there. See it? Behind me, that's the tip one. That brown thing. Okay. All right. Deep snow. Deep snow. Oh, God. Snow. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Okay. So one step at a time. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Okay. I'm gonna lay down in the tent for a little bit. Try to get some rest. I have to get up at 11 p.m. to do my summit bid from the dead zone. Okay, so I'm gonna get back into my tent. Okay. Relax, things are going well. We had a bad moment back there in the tent. Very bad. It's all good. Get it? Here. We're here in the death zone. There's no turning back. There's no turning back. Okay. So, okay. It's 11 p.m. So, it's time now. Okay. It's pitch black outside, so I have my headlamp on. And now, I'm ready. I'm ready. Now, I am ready to go up. Now, I am going to go up. Now I am up. I am up. Oh, oh my God. The stars. They're magnificent. I'm on the top of the world. The stars are beautiful. They're stunning. They're as close as can be. It's a wonderland up here. It really is. It's a wonderland. Okay. Yeah. We have weather coming in. I'm losing stars. Gotta keep moving. Okay. I gotta keep moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. I can't see anything. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Step. Oh my God. There's another body. There's a body right there. Yes, it is. He's really going deep as he took his gloves off. His jacket's unbuttoned. He's right there beside me. Go on. Move on. Step. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Step. Breathe. Okay, now. 3 steps. First I go up these ladders. Left here, last here. There's no oxygen. It's okay, calm down. You can breathe. You're acclimated, you can do this. You can do it. It's one more step. And then there's just one more step. And I just need to go around this bend. Just one bend. And I will be on the summit. I will have summited. I am going around the bend to the summit. I did it! I'm on the summit! Woo! I'm on the top of the world! Oh my God, I'm up here! I am up here in this clear day! Gongshun base. Okay, here's what I have to do. I came up here. I came up here for this reason. Okay, I summoned it. I did it. And now, I did it! I'm the first gay man to summit the Gongshun base, the North Face. I did it without oxygen. I did it solo. I did it during COVID-19, and I'm gay. Woo! And I'm doing it for all those gays in China who get no respect, who can't get married, for the government. I'm down still. They're illegal, but they're persecuted. Yay! Gays in China, yay! I did it. I did it. And I have a name. I have a name. I have a name for my face, for my buttress. I'm gonna call it the Stonewall Buttress. Oh, after the Stonewall riots, yay! Wait, that's New York centric. Oh, God, the Compton cafeteria riots, buttress. East and West, I'll call it the Stonewall Buttress and the Compton cafeteria riots, buttress. Oh, I did it! I did it! I'm gonna be fine. I am gonna be fine. I'm gonna go down this mountain. I'm gonna get that in one piece. Yeah, let me get a job. I'm gonna drive for Amazon or for Whole Foods. I'm gonna be a Whole Foods driver, an essential worker. They deliver to me, and I'm gonna drive for them. And I'm gonna get my job back, and we get income. And I'm gonna be ready for the end of this. And I'm gonna go on this apartment. When this is over, I'm gonna get my girlfriend back. We can hold each other and be together again. We will be back, and it will be fine. I can conquer Everest. I can conquer COVID-19. I did it! All right, wait. Let me get a picture. It's not on Facebook. You take that one, right? Go, gay summoner! I'm the first gay man to summon from the Gongshun base. And I named the buttress, the Stonewall riots, Compton cafeteria riots, 1969. Buttress! Thank you for getting me the top. Gongshun face. I'm gonna tie this gay flag right underneath the gate right here. And a gay man made it to the top from the north side. I have to cut down the Gongshun place. And ascending more dangerous than summoning because you're that much farther down. So, but I make it. And I made it. I named it. I named it. If they find my camera, they'll know what the name of the face is. They'll know. They'll know the name of the gay face. If they find my gay flag, they'll know I did it. And I have to go down. Okay. There's much greater danger of dying on the way down as well. Bodies happen on the way down. These people are tired. They don't get the oxygen in this. Okay. So now I'm going down. Going down is really the most dangerous game. It really is. The most dangerous game. And now I'm headed down. The most dangerous game. I'm headed down. I'm headed down. Down in this dangerous. at the top of my buttress, though. I'm leaning back up on my buttress. I'm on the Compton cafeteria riots. Stonewall in riots. 9 buttress. Woo! Let's hear for the gay buttress. The gay buttress. No avalanche is going to get me. I rode out that mother. I rode up with those blocks, and then I dug my way out because I kept my arm up so I know which way was up. I did it, and the gay man didn't die. He didn't die. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it down. The Compton cafeteria riots, Stonewall Inn riots, 1969, gay buttress. And I did it. I conquered Everest. I conquered it. And if you ever make it to the top, look for the big rainbow flag fluttering at the top of Everest, and know that the gay man made it up. The indomitable Kung Shung face. Woo! Thank you so much for joining me. My name is John Fisher, and this has been Everest. Woo! And I'd like to send out a special thanks to the people who helped me on this. They help me every week, but they were incredibly helpful this week. I wanted to do all this stuff, and they let me do it. They made it happen. To Joe, yay, Joe, woo! Who made those titles happen, who made the whole thing happen. To Christine, who kept the sound coming. Christine, I love you. You did it. It was great. I heard it. I heard the ice. I heard the avalanche. To Gene Mochi, who helped design with Christine the sounds. They were beautiful. Oh my God, I couldn't believe when I listened to them yesterday on YouTube. They were so great. I love them. Thank you, Gene. And to Aviva Kanoff, who loaned us the Spark Arts space. I needed space for this one so I could climb, so I could slide, so I could create Everest. And I love you, Aviva Kanoff. I am in the Castro. Theater Rhinoceros is back in the Castro. Woo! Practicing social distancing, putting on safe theater and broadcasting it out to the world. We have a screen in the window so people can watch us. And we are back in the Castro, and we are going to stay safe, and we are going to make theater happen. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll be back next week with a new show about Bobby Knight, the great basketball coach, and his interactions with one great gay basketball player. And then we have a reading coming up, the debut of Georgia. And so we got all sorts of great stuff coming up. We have a whole new season of plays, some of which will be broadcast from here in the Castro, from Spark Arts, and others. We're hoping middle of next year, we're going to end the season back in the theaters with all of you and your bright, smiling faces. If you'd like to make a donation to our theater to help support these productions and upcoming shows, we certainly appreciate it. You can go to our website, therhino.org, THERHINO.org. and make a donation online, or you can send it to my COVID-19 office, John Fisher, Theater Rhinoceros, 91 Central, number 102, San Francisco, California, 94101. 94117. Support queer theater, yay! But more than anything, thank you so much for joining me tonight. For Everest, good night.